It's the 23rd of September 2024. This is a brand new edition of Newsfirst Primetime News coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Over the weekend, Sri Lanka, Asia's oldest democracy, went to the polls to elect its 9th executive president. In a show of true democratic principles, the Sri Lankan people exercised their right to franchise in the most peaceful manner, enabling a seamless transition of power.
As the country's fourth estate, we at Newsfirst committed ourselves to fulfilling our duty as we have done over several decades, delivering accurate, balanced and timely information that empowers you, the people, and we will continue to do so with the guile as the power of the people. Let's now take a look at your headlines for tonight.
Newsfirst Headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Anura Kumara Dissanayake sworn in as president and outlines future plans.
හැකියාවන් තිබෙනවනු හැකියාවන් තිබෙනවනු දන්න දේවල් තිබෙනවනු දන්න දේවල් තිබෙනවනු හැබැයි මගේ ප්‍රමුඛතම කාර්යය හැකියාවන් උරාගෙන දන්න දේ එක්ස්ප්‍රෙස් කරගෙන වඩාත් හොඳ තීන්දුව අරගෙන මේ රට මෙහෙවීම. ඒ නිසා ඒ සාමූහික මෙදියක් තීමේ පංගුකරුවෙක් කොටස්කරුවෙක් බවට පත් වීම තමයි මගේ වගකීම. ඒ වෙනුවෙන් සාමූහික මෙදියක් තීමේ කොටස්කරුවෙක් බවට මම පත් වෙනවා.
President visits Temple of the Tooth, receives blessings from Mahasangha. China, India and the USA congratulate new president. Several other nations also extend their support to the new leader. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena resigns. Dr. Nandika appointed as Presidential Secretary. Ravi Senaviratne to head Ministry of Public Security.
Newsfirst Headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
In our top story for tonight, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake emphasized that his foremost duty is to lead the country by harnessing capabilities and consolidating knowledge to make the best decisions. He made this statement while addressing the nation following his swearing-in ceremony earlier today.
The swearing-in ceremony of Anura Kumara Dissanayake, the newly elected 9th executive president of Sri Lanka, took place this morning at the president's office. The event was attended by a limited number of local and foreign dignitaries, including diplomats. Initially, the new president received blessings from representatives of all religions. The swearing-in took place at approximately 10:10 a.m. in the presence of Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuriya.
අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක වන මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ගණරාජයේ ආණ්ඩුව ව්‍යවස්ථාව ආරක්ෂා කොට අනුගමනය කරන බවටද ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දේශය තුල වෙනම රජයක් පිහිටුවීමට කෙලින්ම හෝ අන්‍යාකාරයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුලදී හෝ ඉන් පිටදී ආධාර දීම අනුබල දීම අනුග්‍රහය දැක්වීම මුදල් ලියවීම ධෛර්ය දීම හෝ දේශනා කිරීම නොකරන බවටද ගෞරව බහුමාන්‍ය යුක්තව ප්‍රකාශ කොට ප්‍රතිඥා දෙමි.
Following the ceremony, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake addressed the nation, outlining his vision for the future.
අපි දන්නවා අපේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ වැදගත්ම ලක්ෂණය තමයි ජනතාව විසින් තමන් පාලනයට පත් කර ගැනීම සඳහා පාලකයෙක් තෝරා පත් කර ගැනීම. නමුත් මැතිවරණයේ ඡන්ද ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කිරීම හා පාලකයෙක් තෝරා පත් කර ගැනීමෙන් පමණක් ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය අවසන් වන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ මූලික ලක්ෂණයක් වුවත් අපේ රට තුළ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ ශක්තිමත් කිරීම වෙනුවෙන් ව්‍යුහයන්ගේ ශක්තිමත්භාවය ඒ වගේම නීතිවල යම් ශක්තිමත්භාවයක් අවශ්‍ය බව අපි පිළිගන්නවා. එනිසා මා ප්‍රථම කොටම අපේ රටේ ජනතාවට දැනුවත් කරන්න කැමතියි. මේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය වෙනුවෙන් මාගේ උපරිම කැපවීම මාගේ දුර කාලය ඇතුළත පෙන්වුම් කරන්න මම සූදානම්. ඒ වගේම අපේ රටේ මැතිවරණයකදී බලහුවමාරුවේදී ඒ ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික ලෙස සිදුවුණු ඉතිහාසයක් තිබෙනවා. කිසිදු විටක මැතිවරණයකදී සිදුවන බලහුවමාරුවක් කිසිදු නායකයෙක් ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කොට නැහැ. ඒ අනුව යමින් හිටපු ජනාධිපති ගරු රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමා ජනතාවගේ ජනවරම සුවදව පිළි අරගනිමින් මේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී බලහුවමාරුව වෙනුවෙන් එතුමාගේ කැපවීම එතුමාගේ ආදර්ශයට බෙහෙවින් ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අපි ඊට ගැඹුරින් තේරුම් ගන්න තිබෙනවා අපට ලැබෙන්නේ ඉතාමත් අභියෝගාත්මක රටක්. අපේ දේශපාලනය මේට වඩා පිරිසිදු විය යුතු ජනතාව විශාල ලෙස අපේක්ෂා කරන යහපත් දේශපාලන සංස්කෘතික අවශ්‍යතාවය තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් අප ඒ වෙනුවෙන් කැප වෙන සූදානම්. අපේ රටේ දේශපාලකයා දේශපාලන පිළිබඳව පොදු පුරවැසියන්ගේ තිබෙන්නේ අයහපත් අදහසක්, ඒ සුදුසු නැති තැනක් වගේ අදහසක් තිබෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අපේ පැත්තෙන් අපි උපරිම ලෙස නැවත දේශපාලනය කෙරෙහි දේශපාලකයෙක් කෙරෙහි මහජනයාගේ ගෞරවයත් මහජනයාගේ විශ්වාසයත් ගෙනීම සඳහා අපගේ පාර්ශ්වයෙන් කළ හැකි සියල්ල කරන සූදානම්. ඒ වගේම අපිට ලැබෙන මේ ගැඹුරුතම අරුබුදය හුදු ආණ්ඩුවකට, හුදු දේශපාලන පක්ෂයකට, හුදු පුද්ගලයෙකුට පමණක් පියමන් කළ හැකි දෙයක් කියලා අපි විශ්වාස කරන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද මා මීට පෙරත් ප්‍රකාශ කළා තියෙන මා ඉන්ද්‍රජාලිකයෙක් නොවේ. මා මැජික් කරුවෙක් නොවේ. මා මේ රටේ පුදුණු සාමාන්‍ය පුරවැසියෙක්. හැකියාවන් තිබෙනවා නොහැකියාවන් තිබෙනවා. දන්න දේවල් තිබෙනවා නොදන්න දේවල් තිබෙනවා. හැබැයි මගේ ප්‍රමුඛතම කාර්යය හැකියාවන් උරාගෙන දන්න දේ එක්රැස් කරගෙන වඩාත් හොඳ තීන්දුව අරගෙන මේ රට මෙහෙවීමයි. ඒ නිසා ඒ සාමික මෙදියත් වීමේ පංගුකරුවෙක් කොටස්කරුවෙක් බවට පත්වීම තමයි මගේ වගකීම. ඒ වෙනුවෙන් සාමික මෙදියත් වීමේ කොටස්කරුවෙක් බවට මා පත් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මේ අරුබුදේ නිමා කිරීමේදී පොදු පුරවැසියන්ට සියලු ශේෂ්ත්‍රවල රැටි විශාල වගකීමක් තිබෙනවා. මා හැම දෙනාගේම සහාය අපේක්ෂා කරන ඒ වගකීම ඉටු කිරීම වෙනුවෙන්. නමුත් අප තේරුම් අරන් තිබෙනවා රටේ ජනාධිපතිවරයා ලෙස මේ කාර්ය මෙහෙයවීමේදී ප්‍රමුඛතම හා ප්‍රධානතම වගකීමක් මා සතු තිබෙන බව. එනිසා ක්‍රියාවෙන් භාවිතාවෙන් හැම අවස්ථාවකදී මේ රටේ පුරවැසියන්ට මම ඒත්තු ගන්න සූදානම්. මේ අභියෝගයේ පියමන් කිරීම සඳහා මට පැවරී තිබෙන වැඩ කොටස මා නිසි පරිදින් ඉටු කරන බව මේ සමාජයට ඒත්තු ගන්න මම සූදානම්. ඒ වගේම විශේෂයෙන්ම අපි දන්නවා අපේ රට ජාත්‍යන්තරමය සහාය අවශ්‍යයි. ඒ නිසා ලෝකයේ කවර බල බෙදීම් තිබුණත් අපිට වඩාත් වාසි සහගත ලෙස ඒ රාජ්‍යයන් එක කටයුතු කිරීම අපේ අපේක්ෂාවක් තිබෙනවා. අපි ලෝකෙන් හුදකලා බවට පත් යුතු රාජ්‍යයක් නෙවෙයි. ලෝකයේත් එක්ක සාමූහික ඒකබ්බත ඉදිරියට යා යුතු රාජ්‍යයක්. ඒ පිළිබඳ අවශ්‍ය තීන්දුව ගන්න අපි කිසිසේත්ම පැකිලෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම අපේ රට ගොඩනැගීමේදී කර්මාන්තකරුවන්ට ව්‍යවසායකයන්ට විශාල කාර්යභාරයක් තිබෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔවුන් වඩාත් ශක්තිමත්ව අපේ රට ගොඩනැගීම සඳහා රජයේ ක්‍රියාවලියට සහාය දෙයි, උදව් කරයි කියන විශාල බලාපොරොත්තුවක් අපිට තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් අවසාන වශයෙන් මම කියන්නේ අපේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී විසින් මාව ජනාධිපතිවරයාට තෝරාපත් කරගෙන තිබෙනවා. ඒ තෝරාපත් කර ගැනීම සඳහා ජනතාව ඡන්දය මට ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා. මට ලබා නොදුන් ඡන්ද ප්‍රමාණිකුත් තිබෙනවා. එනිසා අපේ ජයග්‍රහණයේ සංවිතිය සහ ප්‍රමාණය පිළිබඳව අපිට ඉතා හොඳ අවබෝධයක් තිබෙනවා. එනිසා මගේ පාලන කාලය තුල මට පැවරී තිබෙන කාර්යය තමයි අපට සහාය නොදුන් අපි විශ්වාස නොකරන පුරවැසියන්ට සහාය ලැබී දීම සහ විශ්වාසය ගොඩනගා ගැනීම. ඒ කාර්ය සාර්ථකව නිම කළ හැකි කියන දැඩි විශ්වාසයක් තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි ඉදිරියේදී මේ සියල්ල ප්‍රායෝගිකවත් ඉදිරියේදී මේ සියල්ල ඔබට අත්දැකීමුත් අත්විඳින්න පුළුවන් වේවි. ඒ සඳහා සියලු ජනතාවගේ සහාය අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. තෙරුවන් සරණයි, දෙවි පිහිටයි සියලු දෙනාටම. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
The swearing-in ceremony concluded with the national anthem.
Following his swearing-in ceremony, President Anurakumara Disanayaka visited the sacred temple of the Tooth Relic and obtained blessings. Devadana Nilame, Pradeep Nilangadala and other Nilames of the Satara Mahadevalaya were also present. Thereafter, the President called on the Mahanayaka of the Malvatu chapter, Most Venerable Tipputuave Sri Sumangala Thera, at the Malvatu Viharaya and obtained blessings. The President then visited the Askari Mahaviharaya. He called on the Mahanayaka of the Askari chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Nyanarathana Thera, and obtained blessings.
We hope you will be able to lead this country for a long period of time with the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, as well as the sacred tooth relic. We hope you will be able to develop this country and ensure progress. You made an impressive statement this morning. What was it? You said that as much as there were many who voted for you, there were also many who did not. However, I must focus on the part where you said that you will work hard to earn the trust of those who did not vote for you. By that you meant that we need to move forward as a nation. We should not work only aiming those who voted for us. You have accepted that, and I believe that was a good statement made by you. There is no doubt that you will very well fulfill the role of the President. You do have the strength required for that.
The Mahasangha then chanted Sitpirit and bestowed their blessings upon the President.
We told the Mahasangha that we will rule the country respecting the mandate of the people and that we will work to fulfill their hopes. The main request of the Mahasangha was that we focus on establishing basic infrastructure in rural areas and for the people of the country and those in poverty to be looked after well.
Thereafter, President Anurakumara Disanayaka visited the Katukale Selva Vinayagar Kovil and engaged in religious activities.
Many world leaders have sent their best wishes to the new president.
The Indian Prime Minister extended his congratulations to Anurakumara Disanayaka on X following his victory in the Sri Lankan presidential elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized that Sri Lanka holds a special place in India's neighbourhood first policy and Vision Sagar. He expressed his eagerness to work closely with President-elect Disanayaka to further strengthen the multifaceted cooperation between the two nations for the benefit of their people and the entire region. Additionally, Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha personally met with President-elect Disanayaka to convey greetings from India's leadership and to congratulate him on securing the people's mandate. High Commissioner Jha reiterated India's commitment as Sri Lanka's civilizational twin to deepening bilateral ties for the prosperity of both countries.
Chinese President Xi Jinping has expressed his readiness to work closely with Sri Lanka's newly elected president, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, based on the principles of traditional friendship, political cooperation and mutual trust. In his congratulatory message to the new president, Chinese President Xi emphasized the importance of leveraging the China-Sri Lanka Strategic Cooperative Partnership to achieve significant benefits for both nations through the Belt and Road Initiative. He highlighted the need for both countries to continue their mutual cooperation to realize these shared goals. Meanwhile, the Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka, Ki Zheng Hong, met with the president last night to extend his congratulations.
U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Julie Chung, congratulated the president-elect and the people of Sri Lanka for peacefully exercising their democratic rights. She also congratulated the Sri Lankan people for peacefully exercising their democratic rights, adding that she values the strong U.S.-Sri Lanka partnership and stand ready to work together on shared priorities.
The United States congratulated President Anura Kumara Dissanayake on his victory in the Sri Lankan presidential election as confirmed by the vote results on the 22nd of September. U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said that the U.S. commends the people of Sri Lanka for peacefully exercising their right to vote. He said that this election is a testament to the strength of Sri Lanka's democratic institutions and the commitment of its citizens to shaping their future through peaceful and democratic means. The spokesperson said that the United States remains committed to supporting Sri Lanka as it builds a stable, prosperous and cohesive society and looks forward to working with President Anura Kumara Dissanayake to further strengthen the bilateral ties, which are based on shared democratic values and respect for national sovereignty. He said they also look forward to promoting economic growth, security and deeper cooperation between nations.
President of the Republic of Maldives, Dr. Mohamed Moizu, congratulated the President-elect Anura Kumara Dissanayake on his appointment as the 9th Executive President. In his message, he said, quote-unquote, heartfelt congratulations to President-elect Anura Kumara Dissanayake on your remarkable election victory today. As close neighbours, I am eager to work with you to further strengthen the historic friendship between the Maldives and Sri Lanka. Wishing you immense success in your new role. Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan Shehbaz Sharif also congratulated the President-elect. The Prime Minister in his message said, quote-unquote, my sincere felicitations to Honourable Anura Kumara Dissanayake on his victory in the presidential elections of Sri Lanka. I wish the President-elect every success and look forward to working with him for further strengthening of Pakistan-Sri Lanka relations.
The Venezuelan Minister of People's Power for Foreign Affairs, Ivan Gil, through his Telegram channel, congratulated the leader and candidate of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who was elected President of Sri Lanka. Venezuelan reported that the minister congratulated Anura Kumara Dissanayake and said that Venezuela sent a hug of solidarity to the President-elect and his people, ratifying the will to advance in relations of friendship and cooperation with mutual benefit. Mizukoshi Hideki, the ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, has extended his congratulations to President Anura Kumara Dissanayake on his election as the new president of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Ambassador Hideki expressed his eagerness to work closely with Dissanayake to further strengthen the friendly relationship between Japan and Sri Lanka. The ambassador also congratulated the people of Sri Lanka for their active participation in the democratic process. He emphasized Japan's readiness to cooperate with the new administration under President Disanayake's leadership, aiming to achieve both economic and social goals as well as to enhance the bilateral relationship. Reflecting on the historical ties between the two nations, Ambassador Hideki noted that the friendship between Japan and Sri Lanka has only grown stronger over time, regardless of changes in leadership in both countries. He expressed confidence that this election marks a new chapter in the relationship, one that will be filled with renewed stories of friendship and cooperation, continuing the legacy of strong bilateral ties.
Kenyan President William Ruto also sent his congratulatory message to newly appointed President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. He congratulated President Dissanayake on his victory on behalf of the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. Ruto said that the recently concluded 2024 presidential election of Sri Lanka goes to show the trust the people have in Dissanayake. He added that he hopes that Sri Lanka and Kenya will be able to further develop the strength of bilateral relations in various sectors. International media widely covered Anurukumara Dissanayaka's swearing in as Sri Lanka's new president, highlighting his victory as a significant shift in the country's political landscape. Outlets such as BBC emphasized his commitment to clean politics and the rejection of the old guard blamed for the economic crisis.
The Church of Ceylon extended their congratulations to Anurukumara Dissanayaka, who was elected as the president of Sri Lanka.
The Church of Ceylon acknowledged the clear mandate for change given by the people, which is seen as a culmination of struggles over the past 2 years. In their statement, the Church of Ceylon expressed hope that the new president will uphold the constitution and democratic traditions while being mindful of the trust placed in him. They emphasized the importance of a smooth transfer of power and a swift return to normalcy, enabling citizens to resume their daily lives. The statement highlighted the need for the new president to serve all citizens, including racial and religious minorities and marginalized groups. The Church of Ceylon called on Anurukumara Dissanayaka to rise from the role of a politician to that of a statesman, working towards inclusion and national unity. The Church of Ceylon urged the new president to guarantee the safety of all citizens in the post-election period and to ensure free and fair parliamentary elections in the future. They also highlighted the mandate's clear rejection of nepotism, cronyism, corruption and opportunistic political behavior, urging the new administration to promote equal opportunity, the rule of law, good governance and transparency.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Fox Candy, your haven for unforgettable experiences.
President Anurukumara Dissanayaka met with the country's top defence officials today.
Following his swearing-in ceremony at the President's office, President Dissanayaka held discussions with Chief of Defence Staff General Shavendra Silva and the commanders of the Tri-Forces. Senior Deputy Inspector General of Police Lalit Patinaika, who is in charge of administrative affairs, was also present at the meeting. Dr. Nandika Sanat Kumara was appointed as the new secretary to the President. Dr. Kumara holds a PhD in developmental economics and has served as an integrity development advisor at Sri Lanka Customs. He is also an alumnus of the University of Kelaniya. H.S. Sampath Tuyakonta, a retired Air Vice Marshal of the Sri Lanka Air Force, was appointed as the new secretary to the Ministry of Defence. He held the position of Director of Training at the Air Force headquarters.
Former senior DIG Ravi Senaviratne was appointed as the new secretary to the Ministry of Public Security.
Ravi Senaviratne officially assumed duties as the new secretary of the Ministry of Public Security this afternoon.
Institutions under the ministry include Sri Lanka Police, the Department of Immigration and Immigration, the Department for Registration of Persons and the Secretariat for Non-Governmental Organizations. The new administration's commitment is ensuring that these institutions operate with the highest level of efficiency and productivity, and I call for the cooperation of all stakeholders to achieve these goals.
Dinesh Gunawardena stepped down as Prime Minister earlier today.
Dinesh Gunawardena has tendered his resignation earlier this morning and stepped down from the post of Prime Minister. In a letter addressed to outgoing President Ranil Wickremesinghe, Gunawardena informed that he was stepping down from his position as Prime Minister in accordance with Article 47(2) of the Constitution.
Lakshman Nipunarachi was named to fill the seat left vacant by the President in Parliament.
Lakshman Nipuna-Arachi has been officially gazetted as a member of parliament. He fills the seat vacated by President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. Representing the Colombo district, Nipuna-Arachi contested the 2020 general election and secured the second highest number of preferential votes on the National People's Powers list.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
NVQ සහතිකලාබී වෘත්තීය පින්තාරු ශිල්පියෙක් ශිල්පිනියක් වීමට ඔබත් අදම එක්වන්න. විස්තර හා ව්‍යාපදිංචි වීමට අමතන්න 0777 6040. ජැට් පින්තාරු අභිමාන දේශීය දෙව පින්තාරු කරන්නේ උන්නතිය උදෙසා.
Namal Rajapaksa, the presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peruna, has expressed his readiness to support the president in any matter that aligns with his party's policies and benefits the country.
This morning, Namal Rajapaksa, along with several senior SLPP activists, gathered at the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna headquarters.
The people have made their decision and we respect that. I extend my best wishes to President Anura Kumara Dissanayake and his government, hoping they can fulfill the promises made to the nation. We are ready to support any initiative that aligns with our policies and benefits the country. Additionally, we, the SLPP, are preparing to face any upcoming elections with strength and determination. No, I don't think the severity of the defeat matters. What is important is the lesson we learned from this. Despite the loss, we have shown resilience by securing 3% of the vote. The key is how we rise from this setback, and I believe we are ready to bounce back stronger in a short period. The election results have shown that it is possible to change the 3% figure. We are not worried about it. The people will turn towards us in the next general election. It is normal for Basil Rajapaksa to travel. His departure and return are always newsworthy events. He left the country before the election and will return shortly after. There is nothing unusual about it.
What is next for the National People's Power? Journalists posed this question to several attendees at the swearing-in ceremony of the new president.
We first need to form a small cabinet of ministers comprising the 3 MPs we have in parliament. We also have the need to divide these ministries for a short period of time of just 52 days. After that, we can move forward as a government. The president has the power to dissolve parliament. Nominations must be called within 10 days after the parliament is dissolved. Nominations are accepted for 1 week. The president must hold the parliamentary election in at least 5 weeks or at most 7 weeks. Accordingly, that is 52 to 66 days. For the takeover of power to be completed, we require parliamentary power to sustain the government. We are holding discussions with the National Elections Commission and preparing to hold elections as soon as possible. The people's struggle won. This is just the beginning. We will rebuild this country with the approval and support of the people. There will be no executive presidents hereafter. You appointed the president who will abolish executive presidency in Sri Lanka. We request all Sri Lankans to support this cause.
ඒ ක්‍රියාවලිය සිද්ධ වුණාන් පස්සේ තමයි අපේ කැබිනට් එක අපි පත් කරගන්නේ.
කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලය හදන එක දැන් තීරණය කළාද කොහමද 3 දිනකින් කැබිනට් එකක් හදන්නේ? 4 දිනක්. 4 දිනක්. කොහමද 4 දිනක් කැබිනට් එක හදන්නේ දී පොඩ්ඩක් කිව්ව.
නෑ තාම අපිට තාම ඒක කියන්න බෑ. අපි හෙට කතා කරමුද?
The European Union Election Observation Mission says Sri Lanka's presidential election was peaceful. The chief observer held a press briefing in Colombo to elaborate.
The Election Commission of Sri Lanka conducted the process independently and with resolve, ensuring transparency at all key stages of the elections. Campaign was peaceful and energetic. The election day was orderly and calm, respecting the right of voters and principle of transparency. And all lead candidates accepted the outcome of the polls. When we come to a country, it's a signal of our willing to continue the relation and to be partners of the country. On the day of the election, we had 70 observers observing the opening, the voting, the counting, the tabulation. We visited 274 polling stations, and we were present in 29 counting premises and in 22 tabulation centers.
The Commonwealth Observer Group, led by Danny Faure, former President of Seychelles, held a press briefing to present their preliminary findings on Sri Lanka's 2024 presidential election.
We commend the Election Commission of Sri Lanka for introducing some key reforms ahead of this election. These include the introduction of tactile frame for the visually impaired voters' use of sign language at polling stations and the provision of identification cards for persons with disabilities. Sri Lanka has also strengthened its legislative framework with the introduction of the Regulation of Election Expenditure Act number 3 of 2023. We note that the Election Commission and other stakeholders, including the media and CSOs, have made significant strides in educating and informing citizens during this election cycle, surpassing previous elections. Media freedom, as enshrined in the Constitution, has largely been respected, allowing the press to cover campaigns and elections without intimidation. We welcome the Election Commission's partnership with CSOs in addressing some of these concerns. We call on social media companies to work with the Election Commission and the relevant stakeholders to address these issues. It is our view that this election was credible and transparent. I commend the people of Sri Lanka for turning out in the numbers in a peaceful and orderly manner on what was also International Peace Day. We hope that this peaceful environment will continue in the post-election phase.
The United National Party has decided to form a common alliance with all opposition political parties to face upcoming elections and the political situation.
The United National Party has decided to form a common alliance with all opposition political parties to face upcoming elections and political situations. The decision was taken during a meeting held today at the political office of former President Ranil Wickremesinghe in Flower Road, Colombo. The proposal was put forward by the former president. Accordingly, former President Ranil Wickremesinghe had given instructions for the Samagi Jana Balawega and other parties to be invited to join this new common alliance to face upcoming elections and the political situation.
Veteran Sri Lankan traditional dancer Padma Shri Deshbandhu Dr. Vajira Chitrasena has passed away at the age of 92. Born in Kalutara in 1932, Vajira Chitrasena is considered to be the first female professional dancer in the history of Sri Lanka. She rendered an immense service to Sri Lanka's dance culture for over 6 decades.
Born in Kalutara in 1932, Dr. Vajira Chitrasena is considered the first female professional dancer in the history of Sri Lanka. For over 60 years, she dedicated her life to serving the Sri Lankan dance culture. Her performance in the sacrificial dance in the Ramana drama in 1949 is considered a milestone in opening up the art of upcountry dance to females. In 1950, she married Guru Chitrasena and was instrumental in establishing the Chitrasena Dance School. The Chitrasena couple collaborated to create numerous classical dramas in the country's history. Ravana, Kindurangana, Nala Damayanti and Chandalika are a few of the dramas she brought to life through her dance. The mortal remains of Dr. Vajra Chitrasena are to be placed at a private funeral parlour in Boralla tomorrow morning for the public to pay their last respects. The final rites will be carried out at the Boralla crematorium on Wednesday, the 25th of September at 11:30 a.m.
Sri Lanka won the first test of the two-test series against New Zealand by 63 runs today.
The first test between the hosts Sri Lanka and New Zealand was held at the Galle International Cricket Stadium from the 18th of September. Batting first, Sri Lanka posted a total of 305 in their first innings. Kamidu Mendis started with the bat for the hosts, scoring 114 runs off 173 deliveries. William O'Rourke secured a 5-wicket haul of his 19 overs, conceding just 55 runs. In reply, New Zealand were dismissed for 340 runs in their first innings. Tom Latham anchored the innings for the visitors, scoring 70 runs off 111 deliveries. Prabhat Jayasuriya led the bowling attack for the Sri Lankans as he picked up 4 wickets of 40 overs, conceding 136 runs. In the second innings, Sri Lanka posted a total of 309 runs, setting a target of 275 runs for New Zealand to get over the line. Angelo Matthews contributed with a crucial half-century and was dismissed for 50 of 111 deliveries. Ajaz Patel bagged 6 wickets of 30 overs, conceding 90 runs. Chasing a target of 275 runs for victory, New Zealand's top order collapsed and was struggling at 96 for 4. At the start of day 5, the Kiwis were on 207 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Rachin Ravindra was dismissed for 92 runs as the first wicket of the day after he was caught LBW of a Prabhat Jayasuriya delivery. Eventually, New Zealand were bowled out for 211 runs. Prabhat Jayasuriya was adjudged the man of the match for his 5-wicket haul in the second innings.
I believe the turning point of the game was the way the team batted in the second innings. Coach Sanath has not changed anything apart from a few tactical movements. He is sharing his experience with us since he is someone who has played a lot of cricket for Sri Lanka. It is easy for us as a team to understand what he says. That is a valuable point we can gain from a Sri Lankan coach. If the team benefits when I bowl, then that is what I need to do.
And with that, we bring to a close tonight's edition of Primetime News on TV1.
Thank you for watching.
Good night.